What's up YouTube? Georgia Silver Hunter back, and today we'll be doing an unboxing of some pretty cool stuff from providentmetals.com. These boxes are gigantic, so I'm going to go ahead and let you in on a little secret. They're not full of silver because I would be broke filling boxes of this size with some silver, but I am excited to get into them because Provident Metals just started selling something I think you should all have a look at, and we'll talk about that a bit more once we get these boxes open, so let's jump into it. So as we get into this box, I do want you to notice I've got my personal information kind of covered here with some blue tape, but you can see this says UPS 3-day select. And I actually hit the purchase button on this order Monday morning. And I am filming this Tuesday evening. So these two boxes went from Las Vegas, Nevada to Atlanta, Georgia in 2 days. And like I said, I placed my order Monday morning, probably about 9 o'clock. So I am absolutely shocked. One, they paid for a UPS 3-day select. And two, that it made it from Nevada to Atlanta to my door in less than like 48 hours, which is really, really impressive. So kudos to Provident Metals for this kind of shipping turnaround. Now, I didn't pay for expedited shipping or anything like that. So if you're curious, that I did not do that. I just selected the free shipping option. Sorry, I just banged the camera there. The other thing I will say is I typically purchase silver using the ACH or e-check method, which at all online bullion dealers takes a 5-day clearing time. So if you do pay that way, which I usually highly recommend you do, don't expect it to come this fast. I actually used my Apple Pay card to do this because I had a bunch of Apple Cash stored up on it. So I got a pretty good discount on all the stuff you're about to see today. So I went ahead and I got 1% back on my Apple Pay card. I think you pay like a 4% upcharge on the price of what you're going to buy. And with the cash back that I was getting, or the Apple Cash I had stored up, it paid for more than a third of this order. So I felt pretty comfortable going ahead and placing this. So it looks like this is the box that I thought it was, and you're already able to see what we have hiding down here. But I ordered... I ordered 2 of the Zombucks display case. Here, you can see it says Currency of the Apocalypse. Is there another one hiding under here? Let me look. No, just a packing slip. And if I do a little edit there, it's because I had my personal information coming out. But when you order the custom case for your Zombucks, which now I've kind of given away what silver we're going to be opening, this is what it's going to look like. Hopefully that's coming in okay. I know I've got a glare from my overhead lights. That's just the way I have them, and they do unfortunately create a glare. I'm trying to open this without damaging it, so give me a second. How does this come out? There we go. So it opens this way, and you can see we've got the little zombie panda up there, and we've got a spot for each one of the Zombucks that are going to come out. And this holds one version of the silver and one version of the copper in each hole. So that is what the collector case looks like. These things, I think, if you pay by check, are $34.99. You do pay sales tax on this. It obviously showed up in really, really good condition. I won't handle the other one because I got one for me, and I'm going to create one set that I'll sell at some point in the future once I create or finish the set. And it does ship with 39mm direct fit capsules for all of your coins. So in that $34.99, you are getting however many holes that was. I think it's like 20 or 30 holes capsules. And you guys, if you buy these can be anywhere from 50 cents to about $1 a piece, and sometimes even higher depending on the dealer you buy them from. So that's pretty nice that all of the silver that I've purchased and all the copper that I've purchased, I already have protective capsules for it to go in this case. So let's put that one away. I'm really excited about that. I think it's really cool. We have a second box here, and I'm going to go ahead and go off camera and get this one opened up so you don't have to see me struggle with the unboxing. But once I get it open, we'll bring you in and show you what's inside. Okay, well, here we go. We've got this box open. We got more paper. We'll get that out of the way. So this well packaged, well shipped. I will say that. I will give that to them. Looks like here's our silver. Let's get that out of the way. We'll get into that in a minute. We have a... Oh, no, that's our silver. we've got a little bit of both things in here. This is actually our capsules, and we've got some of our copper in here, so we'll open that separately so you can see it. And of course, we have our second Zombucks collector's case here, Century of the Apocalypse. So let me get this out of the way. And I think I interrupted my thought a little bit earlier. I mentioned I was using my Apple Pay card. I did that to save money. For those of you that are new to stacking, or even you sort of, professional stackers, most of the advice you're going to get is to always pay by ACH or check, because that minimizes the amount of money that you're going to spend on your silver or your copper or your platinum or your gold. Because at the end of the day, every dollar you spend on fees and shipping, it's money that you could put into more precious metals. But because of the amount that I got here and the amount of Apple Cash I had on there, and the fact that Apple Pay was going to make up for one of the 4% overage, it just made sense for me for this purchase. So just keep that in mind. I think if this were a big, $10,000 purchase or something, I probably would have chosen differently. But instead, this made the most sense for this particular purchase. So here's just our capsules, and I'll put those aside. And as you can see here, I'll just show you one because they're all the same, but I did buy, I think, 5. You can see these are pretty well packaged. They did come in individual flips. But I bought 5 of the Panda. This is the only one Provident Metals has for sale today. We'll talk about those a little bit more. But I'll be buying these as they become available and filling out this collector set. So you'll see lots of videos of me unboxing Zombucks over the next few months, or as the next few weeks, depending on how they release these. So I'll go ahead and take this out of the case so we could see it. And it is copper. But here is the coin. Get up here close to the camera. I think it's really, really pretty, but you can see it's kind of a play on I think it's the Chinese panda, but they have zombified him. And it says Pandemonium. 3, I think it's a New Zealand dollar maybe over there on the side. I'm not sure. That's what it looks like to me. No writing on the sides. We do have a reeded edge. And on the back here, you will see that it says 3/9 fine, 1 ounce, copper, Zombucks currency of the apocalypse. So I think this is a really, really nice copper coin. Now, this is, typically I do think buying these coins is a little bit of a waste of money, because copper you buy by the pound, and copper right now is about $4 a pound, $4.30 a pound, something like that. This is 1 ounce of copper, and I want to say they're about $2 a piece. So you are paying for the craftsmanship and the design. You're way behind on metals if you're buying this copper stuff. So I don't recommend buying lots of it. I hoard all my copper through pennies. But sorry about that. I'm just trying to get it back in the middle. They're cool. They're collectible. I bought some of these because I'll probably give some away on the channel. And like I said, I bought at least 2 to fill my Zombucks, and 1 will be just for me to keep in a capsule. So pretty cool stuff. I do like this one. And this should also give you a heads up of what's in my little bubble wrapped thing over here to the side. I'm also the kind of stacker, I don't go nuts. I don't spend $2,000 or $5,000 at a go. I'm a slow and steady kind of stacker, and that I try to buy like $200 or $300 worth of stuff, every couple of weeks, or maybe every month and a half. It just depends on how I'm feeling, what the price of silver is, if there's anything interesting out there that I think I can flip. I recently did a video on silver, and I was commenting on Stormy from over there at Empire Precious Metals, and he had a very cool grid on sort of what you should be looking at to buy. And I think this kind of stuff is going to be like in his number 1 or number 2 category in general. These are going to be limited mintage. They are going to be highly sought after. The last release of these, a full set in the collector's case, they're going on eBay for like $500, $600, $700. So this is something that if you're looking for something interesting for the future and something maybe you can flip one day, I would give these a look. Right now, at least when I bought them, they were kind of in that $31.20 a piece kind of category. So it's not too high of a price point to get into. And apologies that I'm struggling with this tape. I'm going to give up on it and just pull the top off there. But this is something, if you're looking to flip, it is pretty cool. And they are very, very collectible. The previous releases are going on eBay for about $40 to $45 on the low end for the more easily available ones. And some of the more highly sought after ones are like 70, 80 bucks. So that's pretty cool. So again, pretty well packaged here by Provident Metals. And I think it's cool that I only bought 7 and they went ahead and shipped them in a tube, which I really, really like. And you can see the silver counterpart. I'm going to zoom in here a little for you. The silver counterpart looks just like the copper, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I do like the zombification of the panda. It looks very cool, and the reverse is just like the copper. So very, very cool. Why did I get 7? It kind of fit in the price point I was looking at getting. I don't have there's not a magic number on 7. I knew I was going to get 2 for my books. I wanted 1 for me to keep, and then, you know, just a handful that I could flip along the way if they happen to start getting really, really crazy. So this is what we bought. I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys liked it, and if you were interested in the Zombucks, I do highly recommend giving it a look. I do think it's something that's going to, you know, continue to increase in value. Now, is it going to be a home run? Are these things going to be worth $100 a piece? I don't think so. But if you complete the whole set, when they're all done, I think you're going to be able to get a pretty penny for them, especially if you put them in the cases. So just some ideas for you out there if you're looking for something interesting to purchase. So with that said, I'm going to take you over to Provident Metals. We're going to have a look at this thing. We'll talk about how they're actually minting these things and what some of the other designs look like, just so you're informed. And we'll call it a video. So hang tight. Actually, before we get over the computer, the last thing that I want to do is I've actually already, I don't want to open that too far, gone ahead and off camera put these things in their direct fit capsules, and they actually fit really, really nicely. We'll go ahead and get these guys seated, and I'm not sure the best way to go about this, so for now I'm just going to plug them in, but you can see that fits in there really, really nice. And here is one of the silvers. So let's go ahead and put that, if there's an even number of them, let's just do it this way. And we'll fill them in down this way so that they'll match all the way in as they come towards the middle. So anyway, that's what it looks like. You can see the lid there. And I think this is going to end up being a really, really nice set. All right, so hopefully not to make this video too long, I've gone ahead and pulled up Provident Metals. If you watch the top scroll bar here, this is probably the fastest way to get to these Zombucks. You'll see right now it's number 4 on their carousel. Of course, you can search for these. They've done a really good job, I think, trying to market these things. It's kind of creative the way they've done this. And as you can see from my video, the only things that are available today are the Pandemonium rounds in copper and silver. And of course, you can buy this collector's box. And from what I've heard from others, I did have a commenter on one of my previous silver videos say what ran out first were these collector's boxes, and that's why I jumped on 2 of them. So if you're trying to make a full set, I do recommend jumping on at least 1 collector's box before they do sell out. As for mintage on these, they don't have a published mintage. You'll see here each release will be minted on demand for approximately 4 months. So even that 4-month window may be shortened. They will publish the final mintage at that time, and then they will no longer produce any more of that design. So, I mean, if these things get really popular and they make $1 million, maybe they'll be less valuable. You know, if they only end up with a $10,000 or a $15,000 run, or 10 or 15,000 piece run, these could be highly collectible in the long run. If you've not shopped at Provident Metals before, I did want to shout out here. They do have a $200 minimum order for free shipping, which I highly recommend. My shipping was free and I got it in 2 days. So very, very happy about that. But feel free to drill into the description. They've got all the various details you may need. The last thing I'll mention, I don't know the release schedule. I'm sure it's probably published somewhere, and I can only imagine that these are the remaining designs that they're going to produce over the coming months or the coming year, however long they do it. And it's all plays on existing US currency, and it's all been zombified. So, you know, you can see down here, we've got, I think, the Morgan dollar. You know, up here, you've got the Mercury dime. You've got the Buffalo. You've got the Peace dollar, the Standing Liberty, the Seated Liberty. They're all in here, and they're all pretty darn cool looking. So give these things a look. They might be big winners. They might end up being losers. I don't think so, though. I think these are going to do very, very well. So that's why I'm buying at least a handful of them. And like I said, I plan on making videos of each one as they come out. And, you can see me fill up my collector boxes. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this one and you want to follow my journey filling up this Zombucks box, make sure you do drop on down below and click that subscribe button and then click that little bell so you get notified each time I release a new video. And let me know if you like this one. While you're down there, click that like button, leave me a comment. Do you think this is going to be a winner? Do you think it's going to be a loser? Is this a waste of money? You know, what do you think? Let me know your feelings on this down below. I'm really excited about it. I did have one user on my previous video kind of point these out. I had already been looking at them, but I was hesitant to push the buy button. Talked to Stormy a little bit about it. As I mentioned him earlier from Empire Precious Metals, he thinks it's going to be a pretty good buy as well. So I went ahead and jumped on these. As you can see, I didn't buy a bunch. I'm not somebody who buys stuff by the tubes, but I do dabble. I buy enough to make myself happy and have a little bit to flip. So you do it your way. I do it mine. We're all stacking. It's all good stuff. So with that said, you guys take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.